Hello everyone, Comrade Kelly here. Welcome to a World Conquer 2 mod review. For today, we will be doing a review on the National Glory 2 mod. So if you remember, I already done a review on this channel a while back ago. But since then, the owner has then translated this mod to English. So this version is meant for us because originally this mod was only for the Pi 2 community. But since then, the owners decided to translate to English for us Westerners, I guess. So before we start off with this mod review, actually, let me just promote my Discord server. So if you do want to join, you can find it. You can find the server invite link in the description below or the pinned comments. Another thing I want to mention is the owner's channel. So he has a YouTube channel. You can check him out, and if you find this mod interesting and you want like instant update, you can follow his channel too. So I'll also leave his channel link in the description below. So without further ado, let's just get right into the mod review. So yeah, this is the National Glory mod. Funny thing is about this mod review is I already did this like 2, 4, 5 times already. The reason why I'm repeating it that much is because for some reason I keep forgetting to hit the record button. And you can imagine the horror on my eyes when I realized that I didn't record anything at all and I was just blabbering this whole time non-stop. So yeah, as you can see, my medals already upgraded to major, so they give you enough medals so you can upgrade this to major instantly. And let's just move to the conquest, where the bread and butter of this mod is about. So as you can see right now, there's 8 scenarios. So the plan for this mod is to go from 1914, so World War I, all the way to the interwar period, all the way to the Second World War, then lastly to the Cold War. But for now, we only have 1914 and 1916, because if we go to other years, let's say we go to 1930 for example, it will kick us right out to the loading screen. So as you can see, actually it just crashed. So yeah, my apologies for that. So yeah, only 1914 and 1916 works in this one. You have been warned, so please do not complain about how the mod's crashing. It works, and only for 2 years, hopefully with more updates in the upcoming future. So with that out of the way, let's visit 1914. So it's a new map, right? So let's say we want to play the French Empire or France. So let's choose France right now. And there's a lot of new things added, or things that I didn't mention before, I guess. But yeah, it's pretty well, I guess, well thought out now, and it's implemented pretty well. Like, there's a lot of features that I'm a big fan of. I'll show you later. First of all is the fog of war feature. Actually, I didn't choose France. I wonder what nation I chose. I probably chose Luxembourg accidentally or something. So this is the wrong nation to choose, so my apologies for that. Let me just quit for a bit. I'll go to Conquest right now, 1914 again. I probably missed France over here. This is the correct France. So yeah, I mispressed another minor nation. So there we go. So it might take a while to load. So there we go. We loaded to the map. As you can see right now, there's a system, or first of all, there's a new map. So there we go. Secondly, there's a new fog of war system. So as you can see right now, I only see the German troops on my border. Meanwhile, the Austro-Hungarian troops, the Italian troops, and the Russian or the Eastern fronts, all unknown to me. And as you can see here, to identify which one's your ally and which one's your friend, you just look at the health color. So usually if it's pink, it's your ally. And as you can see with the German too, as you can see down here in Italy, their color pink. Same here with Great Britain, if I can see them anywhere. But yeah, so let me show you what are the neat things. So first of all, I really enjoy the damage in this game. It's not too like OP where you can just destroy a unit in one attack. As you can see, it takes a while for me to pepper them down. So I can send in my infantry to attack if I want. As you can see, that's quite a lot of damage on my side. And I have like field artillery that does range, so that's another pretty cool thing. I think that reskin of a rocket artillery from the original World Conqueror 2 game. So again, the unique units in these games are pretty good. As you can see, I'm losing quite a bit of casualties trying to take that German trench. So yeah, it has that World War I stalemate feel to it. So I don't know what happens, let's say, if we kill a bunch of guys here, they'll probably reinforce it, because I don't know what goes on within the German border, which adds like a bit of challenge to your game. So let's check out the units and the translated one. So this is the infantry, just a simple light infantry. Here we got the mobile force. So at the beginning of World War I, a mobile force domination by vehicle began to form, responsible for interleaving tasks, cost 1.4 times more damage than infantry. So that's pretty interesting. Let's moving on to the self-propelled artillery. So high mobility artillery force. Here's the elite field force, excellent fighting force, the core strength of the field corps. Here we get armored forces, so featuring good armor and firepowers. A tank can get across the entrenchment easily and destroy enemies without losing any movement. So keep that in mind. And here we go, heavy tanks known for their formidable long-range firepower. Heavy tanks can definitely strike back artillery. It is also able to cross the entrenchment and destroy all enemies without losing any movement. So this is similar to the heavy tanks in World Conqueror 3 and actually no, World Conqueror 4, where they have a range similar to artillery, so keep that in mind. Here we got naval forces, so I'm not gonna read all the stats, but submarines, and you can see there's a limit to using them. So you cannot just spam out submarines, as you can see here. To build, you have to wait every 2 turns before you get the chance to build another one. A cruiser, meanwhile, will take you 4 rounds to build one. Battleship will take you 18 rounds. So let's say you have lots of cash, so you would decide to spend it all on the Navy. Well, too bad, you have to wait for about 18 rounds before you can build another one. An aircraft carrier would probably take even longer. Actually, no, it's 12 rounds to build a carrier. Here are some stuff that are, I don't think, meant to be used in the game. So we got cavalry, but then this is how much it costs. These are the contributors, so Zuochi, CCW, Atto, and yeah, these 3 are important technicians. Here's the paratroopers. You can actually use them here, 200 gold and 20 wrenches. Train guns, I don't think you're meant to use them. So this is the cool thing I thought about in this mod. So before, if for those familiar or veterans to EasyTech games, if you played like European War 3 or World Conqueror 2 before, you may remember that you can abuse the system there, where you just play defensive and spam a bunch of cities. So this mod fixes that problem or that spam by giving it a turn limit, so similar to units. So as you can see here, to upgrade your city or to repair them, you would have to wait 6 turns. So this applies to industry too. So that's a pretty, it may sound like a small change for you, but I think this is pretty game changing, and a lot of things would really change, especially for those with a powerful economy. So it gives a chance for the little countries to catch up. Here's heavy artillery, used every 8 rounds, pretty expensive. Land forts, entrenchment, support guns. So you can see here, use once over 3 rounds. So there are limits to some of these cards. As you can see here, it's pretty expensive to upgrade your technology. Here's the carrier, which means if you're not familiar with older games, in order for your troops to go to the sea, you need to put a special card on them. In this case, it's the carrier card. But then there's a bug right now in this mod. As you can see here, it's -10. So that technically means you'd be spending 10 wrench, but then you'd be earning 10 gold back. So hopefully they fix this in the future. Here's Assault Art, basically gives you more attack buff. Defense Art, the name suggests, it gives you a defense buff. Here the Air Force, but there's no description. Again, this is, I don't think, meant to be used yet. And here's the contributor, so super accelerated author. So that's it for the cards. I'm not sure what I can still show you. Yeah, the movement. So as you can see here, there are certain mountain passes that I can't cross. So I can't cross to the tile here, but I can find like passes. So there are some cases where you can try holding like strategic points so enemies don't overwhelm your position. So yeah, the geography actually matters in this game, and you can use it to your advantage, or it could go against you sometimes. As you can see here, we got the rivers in Russia, so there we go. And you can see here some Bolsheviks here. We don't know what's going on there since we don't have we have the fog of war turned on, so who knows what will happen to Russia in the middle of the game. So yeah, again, this is pretty fun, and as you can see here, I'm starting to see my ally troops now. Some feature I really want him to add is, you know, to allow us to see what our allies are up to instead of like blind mode, because literally the only thing we can see right now is our own units. We can't even see what our allies are up to. So hopefully maybe he'll update in the future, but who knows, maybe this is what he wants us to play the game. So yeah, this is just 1914. I also forgot to mention, we also got America here, or bits of America. So if you want to play the United States or Canada, feel free. So let's move on to the next scenario. The next scenario would be 1916. So let's play the German Empire for a change. So it took a while to load, but we finally got in. So here's what 1916 looks like. So as you can see, the Germans have pushed quite far, but then again, it's still a pretty stalemate. And yeah, as I expected, the Germans have quite a lot of reinforcements. So when we were still playing France, it didn't really look like much, but as you can see here, there's quite a lot of stacks here going on. And I assume the same thing applies to the Allies. They probably have way more than what we're seeing right now. Yeah, it's quite a lot of units. There's also plane units in this game, but the weird thing is the units attack back sometimes. As you can see, I lost a bunch of health trying to attack that. So maybe that's like maybe there's a fort here that I'm not seeing, but I'm pretty sure that's not supposed to happen. But yeah, as you can see here, this time the guy didn't get attacked, or I'm not sure if he did get attacked or not. But yeah, 1916, as you can see, there's some British forces here helping France out. Not much has really changed in the Italian front. You can see the Austria-Hungarians have finally taken out the Bulgarians. And now there's a front line here in Greece. Meanwhile, in Turkey, we can see here's the Arabs and the Brits, so the Arab revolt, I'm guessing. And we also got the Ottoman front over here. Russia's getting pushed back pretty hard here. And yeah, we can actually see our allied troops now. I'm not sure why I could see them right now. As you can see here, we can't see the Brits here, but I can see the Russians over here. So the fog of war is pretty weird. Or I just realized something. Maybe that's because Russia's not our ally anymore, because they're in a different color right now. So I'm not too sure. It's up to you guys to explore and see what you think about this mod. So actually, there's one more thing I forgot to mention, and this is actually pretty big. So if you haven't watched my previous video, one of the biggest thing they added in this mod, well, aside from all the content, is the ability to skip turns, or almost skip turns. So the problem with the older games, especially with World Conqueror 2 and the later rounds, it will take you a solid 30 minutes to wait for one round, and I'm not sure what kind of person has that much time in their life. So this mod fixes that problem. So you may think, oh, there's a lot of units, it's gonna take a while for each turn. If you press next turn, you can see here, from what I know, the author of this mod said is this times 100. So yeah, it's pretty fast. It's faster than the actual game, or the vanilla game itself, like way faster than World Conqueror 3, World Conqueror 4 with the actual skip turn, because yeah, it's times 100, you know. That can be pretty fast. So I think yeah, that's it for this mod review. I hope you guys would enjoy this mod. Hopefully I pressed record this time, and if I did, you're probably seeing this video right now. And yeah, that's about it. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.